race space for this final round of the SCORCH series. There's a lot to play for tonight to seal the championship. The title contenders are Kenny Shep 88 and Dusty Ben. They're the ones that I think there's 4 points in it, so super close there. It's definitely one that we'll be keeping an eye on. We've got a couple of people unfortunately can't make it tonight. There's Berry's 150, who's up towards the front of the pack. He's experiencing power problems. BT, there's another one that can't make it tonight. He's unfortunately in the process of moving country, so everything's packed up and away. Fortunate for him. He was sitting in 4th place. And then we also have a driver change, which you'll probably notice that it's not K9 doing the commentary, it's Rat Tech. So I've decided to sit this one out and let K9 have a go, and he's chosen the 56 car there of BT, which is his brother. So he's racing for the Savage team. So it's going to be interesting to see how he's going to fare. I don't think he's had a lot of practice, but I know it's probably thoroughly enjoys. So qualifying underway. We're at the Watkins Glen Short track. It's a very interesting track. It's quite nice. You can carry a lot. See K9 there, he's getting out early, getting some laps under his belt. I do believe that'd probably be one of the... Oh, K9 just getting a bit out of shape into that corner. Cold tyres catching him out there. I think that would be Ali that was following him round. He's seems a little bit more settled. Spent a few races now in this car, so we know they can be super quick. K9's got back on track. So the only one left in the pits is Rock at the moment. He's probably just sorting out his setup, getting ready for it. Matsuchi's gone back into the pits, but then... So here's Dusty Ben. He's one of the title contenders, sitting in 2nd place at the moment, 132 points. Kenny, I think that might be Kenny just behind him there, is sat on 136 points. So yeah, 4 points in it. It could be Kenny just out in front of him. Both the Shadow Racing cars are in tonight, so whether team tactics might come into it a little bit. Let's jump on board with Kenny. So Kenny was the one behind him. It was Shadow Racing that was in front of Dusty. See Kenny just back end twitching there. That's going to be a difficult corner. I think we're going to see a few cars twitching around that one tonight. It's got a good camber, but you carry a lot of speed down the hill. You've got to try and slow it down for that right-hander. So let me just get this set up here. I think, yeah, Ballistic has joined as well there. So Ali in with the first time there. K9's on the pace there. So Ali setting a 116.8 and K9's come around 116.5. So showing a promising turn of pace there for K9. New into the car, just still trying to get settled. So Dusty there setting a 116.1, so a little bit quicker, but we normally see Dusty and Kenny setting some blistering times on tracks. I know when I've been there I haven't been able to even contend getting on the same pace as them guys. Dusty, yes, still with a 116. Kenny's gone in with a 117. Dusty just taking the advantages of the early part of this qualifying session. K9 still sat in the second strong, second place there. He'll be chuffed if it finished the qualifying session like that, sat in second. Kenny's still trying to probably get his tyres warmed up, get totally comfortable for a flying lap. Dusty just come over the line, he's bettered it now, 115.1. Kenny goes into second as 115.3, so you can see them two guys already setting some quicker times than everyone else. Just scroll down onto Ali here. He's currently setting fourth. Extremely close time with K9. Runs a little bit wide out onto the curb, just unsettles the car, but still manages to keep. You see the back end there, just sliding out, beautifully controlled. Doesn't improve his time. Yeah, I think it's just when you get onto them painted curbs, you can see the back end as you're trying to get that power down. They're just lighting up the rear end, and that could, throughout the course of the race, give rear tyre temperatures quite a bit. Get too much temperature in them, and then it's easier to light the rear up. Nice through that. That's a tricky section there as well, because you're he just gets old. He's holding it. He's lost it, unfortunately for there. I thought he was going to be able to keep hold of that. I see Kyle just gone past. Dusty up there is 114.7, so dropping down into the 114s now. Matsuzi in second with 115.0. Kenny, I think he set that time a little bit before his 115.3. 8 minutes left of the session remaining. The Rockers, he's come out. And, he's probably still gaining a bit of tyre temperature. Getting ready to set one of them fast laps. See everyone else just diving into the pits. That's probably just to refuel, reset your tyre temperatures if you've overheated them a little bit. Dusty's still staying out, still nobody matching his time at what are we, halfway through the qualifying session, so this is when the faster times will start coming in. Matsuzi, he's also had a win this this championship. He's had some very unfortunate luck. I believe he ran out of fuel. I think Kenny's done that mistake as well. But Matsuzi, I think he's looking down now. He's in the points, 55 points. But without BT and Berries here, he could end up finishing the championship in third place. I'm sure he will, as long as he just finishes the race in a strong points position. He's got his brother right behind him, Ali, in 48 points. So, battles on really for them pair to have a battle to finish third overall. Even though the teammates, I can be quite sure that they'll be going at it this time round. Just check through. So Dusty's still out there. Hasn't been able to better his time so far as 1:14.7. He's nice and smooth through there, using the curbs nicely, doesn't seem to get unsettled. Nice and tight around this long right-hander. Keep the car in check and then full power down this back straight. Coming up to a blind left entry corner here. Seems to be just a little bit wide off the apex of the corner, but nice controlled line. Drops it down and for the final pull up the final section of the hill. Over the line. Does he better his time this time round? No, I don't think he does at the moment. Natsushi looking a little bit battle scarred there. Must have had a bit of a moment somewhere. I think the guys that we saw that pitted before, I think tyre temperature now should be coming up, so they should be on to their flying laps. See if Kenny can move up a position or 2 positions. I'm sure he'd prefer to start on pole. K9 sitting in a respectful 4th there for his first time out. Ali tucked right in behind him now on 1:16.552, so nothing in it between them guys. See, Rock has just moved up a position there. And Ali's just jumped in front of K9, so I wonder if K9 can respond. He seems rear end to be a little bit drifty. Check with Ballistic. He's tucked in right behind K9 there, so he's not sure whether you'll gain much from a draft around this track, but both of them just getting a little bit wider now. I think that Matsusic there just runs out into the barrier. Dives back into the pits to get some repairs. Final 3 minutes of qualifying. Kenny there jumps up into, takes that pole position. Super close time there. I mean, that is going to be a fight all the way through, I hope, tonight. Kenny and Dusty, both on the 1:14.7s, so that's he's going to be happy that he's moved on up into that position. Dusty's still got time to clinch it back. It's going to be tight. I'm sure he's quite capable of doing that. It comes over the line, he doesn't better his time that time round. So that's Matsushi down into 3rd place at the moment. Ali 4th, K9 5th, Ballistic, Roy, them 2 are teammates, 6 and 7, Ballistic and Roy. Shadow not too far off the pace on the 1:19. I'm sure he can find them a few extra attempts to try and move up. He just looked like the car was twitching under a brake in there, but trying to carry as much speed in through that section. Time remaining now is only just under 2 minutes, so probably get onto his next lap. Whether he'll get round to get another lap in depends whether he's got the fuel. See if he betters his time this time round. He does, yes. 1:14.6. So now it's all down to to Kenny to see if he can react to that. Let's see where Kenny is out on track. He's got a nice run through there, seems to be carrying a lot of speed. He's, I'm sure he's keeping an eye on the times and seeing Dusty's name up there. Just keeps it nice and smooth. Got a very smooth driving style as Kenny. Very, very much like Dusty, which seems to be suited. He's decided to bail for the pit, so oh, a little bit odd there from without a glitch or something. Not normally Kenny's driving style, but occurs as a commentator. So whether he's decided to bail into the pits, get a strategy all set up now, get ready for the race. But yeah, Dusty looking like he's taking the honours of qualifying, so he's definitely up for the fight. Natsushi in third. He's always a quick one and always able to run with them top two guys. Ali in fourth. His car looking a little bit less battle scarred than Matsushi. Looks like Matsushi had a fair run through qualifying, pushing the car to the limit. But at the moment, sat in third, so and Ali in fourth. So whether Ali can better it on this lap. K9 just appearing from seems to be nowhere, but oh, he just over pushes it. Beautiful drift, but just catches the nose on the inside barrier. So style points there. Ali was doing one of the best drifts we've seen in these, fully lit up the back end. I think K9 was struggling. Shadow Britain's moved up into 6th place, so he's managed to, I think he took about 2 seconds off his previous lap time that he'd set, so he's moved up them 2 positions. I think K9 there just putting on a bit of a smoke show. I think that was one of his full send approaches into that bend. I think that's the ends qualifying. So yeah, Dusty sat on pole, Kenny on the front row with him. That's the fight that we expected to see. Definitely going to throw up an interesting race. Matsushi in third, Ali fourth, K9 fifth, Shadow Britain, Shadow Lancer actually, sorry, and Ballistic and Rock. So scroll down here. It's a nice looking livery on Dusty's car. Obviously his teammate Berry's 150 can't join us tonight because of power issues. Kenny sat behind him. He's not going to be too unhappy about qualifying second. He hasn't got too much work. He's on the back of Dusty and he's going to be happy with that. That suits him in third. As we say, he always manages to have a good race. He's a little bit unfortunate, but hopefully this last round we can sail it through. Teammate and brother tucked him right behind him. Going to be happy there. Whether they can work as a team. K9, I think he'll be happy with that. It's first time in this car. Seems to have found it, as long as he keeps his full send moments in control. And then Shadow Lancer, he's improved all the way through this championship. Definitely found the car quite tricky, I think, same as myself, but it's definitely improved. Got Ballistic, who's had to unfortunately miss a couple of rounds. I think work commitments had got in the way of that. And then Rock following up the rear, but after the first couple of laps, sometimes being at the rear isn't too bad. You can see what's happening in front of you. Gain a few places. So Dusty leading the formation lap. Kenny will be eager to obviously try and get a move under the thing. 30 laps, so it's a nice few laps here. Not too sure, but I don't think pit strategy is necessary around this track. I think they'll all be carrying enough fuel to get to the end. But obviously the pit lane is open. They'll be able to dive in there if they need any repairs. Can even see Kenny's there wearing a face mask. Very responsible. Looks good. Nobody's had any contact. Sometimes even a formation lap can throw up a bit of contact. Everybody just trying to keep tyre temp and brake temps up. Dusty just keeping them all under control. I think Dusty's only had, has he had one win? But must have been Mr. Consistent because he's up there in the points. Coming up to the line. Not allowed to start accelerating until they get to the line. It's all under control and they're away. So nice little bit of gap to everyone. Everyone's got to break it down for this first corner. Kenny decided not to try and make the lunge on the first lap. Very sensible, really. He's still in second. Matsuchi there. You can see, I think that Shadow Britain just had a bit of unfortunate there. I think Ali, we're missing one already. Whether Ali had been disconnected, that's unfortunate for him. We always seem to get one disconnection at some point in the race. Kenny has managed to get Dusty there, so miss out, but Dusty's on the inside holding that line, and Matsuchi could follow him through as well. Just a little bit of contact there. It's just unfortunate there because that championship contender is facing the wrong way. I think Kenny, I don't know whether he's got an absolute problem. He doesn't seem to be moving at the moment. He's just got her into gear now. That's going to be a hell of a lot of work now for Kenny to try and get back up. But to be fair, what's he got to do? I'm going to have to work that out on points in a minute, so bear with me in a second. Whether he can put the hammer down, whether he's got the speed to get back up into second place. That is, he's dived for the pit, so he's suffering with major contact there. That's most unfortunate. Meanwhile, K9, that's seemed to have worked well for him because he's up into second place. Dusty's out front now. K9 in second. Ballistic, he's come through. It's worked well for him as well. It's given plenty of room to come from the, I think, virtually the back of the grid into third place, and Roy as well, so that's worked well for them. Matsuchi, we see there, we had the contact with Kenny. He's regained into fifth place, but he does carry some speed to I can just see Shadow Britain there as well. He's out of shape in the background on that grass. He's just trying to get that traction, but these cars got a lot of grunt. Kenny's back out of the pits now, fully repaired, I hope, and Hopefully just trying to, he's got, what, 28 laps of just banging in fast pace and see where he can get back to. Meanwhile, Dusty out in front now, managing to stretch his legs away from K9. It's couldn't have worked out any better really for Dusty. K9 seems to be nice and settled in that car. Fair play to him. Ballistic, he's having a good run too. So let me just try and do some calculations here, because this is going to be interesting to see whether what Kenny has to do. So if Dusty is going to add another 25 points to his total. So bear with me, I can't commentate and do sums. Just going to move the camera, check on. See, Kenny's already passed Shadow Britain, so right. I'm quick calculations there. Just wondering, even if Kenny gets up back into second place, I don't think it's enough. It's not official, I'm just a commentator, but I would be wondering whether that would be enough to bring it back, but really unfortunate there. Back to the race. K9 there in second place. Seems to be holding on pretty well to Dusty, considering Dusty's, you know, been a major contender in every race. And K9 really doing well. Seems to be pulling away a little bit from Ballistic in third place there. Who then back to him, his teammate in fourth place, so they're going to be getting a good points haul from this race if they finish in them positions. Long way to go though. Still 25 laps of this race. Natsuchi there in fifth, obviously having that contact at the start of the race. Whether he's carrying a bit of damage, the car doesn't look too badly damaged, but he's seems to be just struggling on pace a little bit. Kenny, he dived into the pits after that contact, so that's what's dropped him quite a bit of times. He's just out there now, banging in them fast laps, trying to get back to the best position that he can. Yeah, Shadow Britain just on the screen there, still having problems through that fast tricky section. Back to Dusty out front. No pressure. His car all looks good and intact. I mean, there is still the question of is there enough fuel in that car to take it to the end? We've seen other people throughout the championship calculate the fuel a little bit wrong. But, I mean, with no pressure there, he's just pulling the edging away a little bit from K9. You can always start driving the car a little bit more cautious to save fuel. See, I'll take it that'll be Shadow Lancer there, just having another unfortunate spin. Yeah, so with Dusty, I mean, I don't think he's had any fuel issues. He's always put in enough. But let's not curse him. Let's check back to K9. He's looking good. Glad he's having a good run so far. I'll definitely be getting some stick if he continues with this race, and obviously racing the same team, Savage Racing, and he's been kind enough to do the commentating all year. So I thought, right, we'll season for this. So I thought we'll let him have a drive, and he seems to be doing way better than I ever did at the moment. So fair play. Just gonna have a look. Yeah, so just had a message there from Alessandro with Ali, and yeah, not able to join. I think they got disconnected. So, fortunate for him. Oh, there's a lot just disconnected there. Who we lost? So Shadow Lancer and Matsuti have both disconnected, or yeah, they must be disconnected. Fortunate. So we're down to 5 cars. So that gives obviously Kenny a lot less cars to contend with. Might improve his overall lap times. He's got no traffic to get in the way. You see Rock there, he's already dived into the pits. So that moves Kenny up into 4th place. I think Rock there looking like he's had a bit of contact with something. Quick splash dash, quick repair. Back to Dusty at the front. He's just coming round over the finishing line onto lap number 10 of this 30-lap race. Just catching up onto the back. I want to say, is that Ballistic? No, that would be Rock. Just catching up onto the back of Rock. Where I'm sure Rock will be wary of the leader just approaching from behind. Obviously, Rock been in the pits. Already running it out wide to make sure he's out of the way of Dusty. More respect. How far is K9 now? He's just coming into shots. He's K9, so he's doing well. Car looking intact, all nice and clean. He's having a good run. And you got Ballistic about the same sort of gap as K9 has got to Dusty. Kenny here. up into 4th place now, but we all know he needs a lot more luck now. Really, I think it's all down to luck that do it for Kenny. What we saw in the pits before, car looking all okay now. Fortunate for them guys that have got disconnected. Dropping this down to a 5-car race. Back with your leader. Doesn't seem to be making any mistakes. Car doesn't look unsettled in any way. Obviously, what I've experienced with these cars is sometimes the car feels better with the more fuel it has in it, as the car changes throughout the race. Sometimes the back end can seem a little bit more lively. Dusty just seems to be hitting them apexes just right, coming through that section. He seems to be fully in control at this part of the race. You can see on the times, Kenny relatively, he's not gaining any ground on Dusty, which you wouldn't expect really, because them guys do race at the same pace. Kenny gaining time on Ballistic and slightly on K9, but K9 doing well there. Just hovering around the 9-second gap to the front man Dusty. Just going to think K9 must be catching on to the back end, I'd say, of Rock there. Runs it out a little bit wide. Maybe that's a preferred choice sometimes. Trying to keep the car smoother. Keep the tyre temperatures down, and sometimes you can experience overheating with the tyres. Keep a smoother line and keep them tyres in the window where you want them. I think Rock has already seen, is already aware of K9 in the mirrors. Yeah, Rock there just running out wide, but K9 tried to keep it tight. He's having a big moment here, but regains it all under control. So that was the guys just being cautious of each other, and just made that one happen. But K9 doing well to keep all that, because they're big old tanks. They've got some weight to them once they start shifting round like that. Stick still running in 3rd place there. He's having a good run. I'm sure he'll be happy with it so far. Check back with Kenny. Oh, still looking intact. He's had no major dramas. See on the timing screens that Kenny's the only one that's kind of holding the same pace as Dusty. That 42-second gap has never really altered. I think within the next, say, 10 laps, Kenny's going to be on the back of Ballistic. That gained Kenny up into third place. As I say, this is where some of the guys would be wishing for a safety car, and unfortunately we don't have them in this game. With Rock. Having a steady run. It's a shame the rest of the guys disconnected, because would have been interesting to see, you know, a few more cars on the track to try and get a bit of action. Everyone seems to be spaced out. This is probably not the finale that we were expecting. That is racing sometimes, and some people won't quite be happy. But then I'm sure at the moment this guy is more than happy. But I'm sure he would have preferred to have the opportunity to fight with Kenny. It would have been an epic battle. Looking on the times that they've been setting, I think Kenny's just dropped a couple of seconds. Whether he's had a bit of a moment. Car still looks all intact, but he must have just had a major wobble moment. Seeing a little bit of dirt probably come up the back end there. Could have just run wide onto the grass. You can guarantee every time I've got the camera on someone else, somebody else is either going to have a mistake or do something fantastic. Just over halfway through now, we're on to lap 18, and Dusty there, he's set a 1:15.0, so his time looking seems to be getting a little bit quicker through this race as he sheds the fuel. Kenny matching him pretty much on a 1:15.8, so 8 tenths, but I think Kenny had that little bit of a wobble on the previous lap. Dusty making sure he's hitting it every apex, keeping it smooth. Seems to have got this pretty controlled. See the nose dipping, so he's still pushing well. He hasn't backed out to kind of really sail at home. You can see the slight aggressiveness in the braking, the front end dip when he hits them brakes at the end of the straight. Tucking the car in well there. I think that's probably one of the trickiest corners on the track. Don't know what it's like coming up this bank over this brow. Sometimes that can unsettle the car in that point there. Just make it light, probably drifty, but it seems pretty stable and planted. Check with K9, he's come through that corner before, but that was with when he was overtaking Roy and had a bit of a tank slapper, they call it, but he looks nice and stable, even though you can see through the actual driver's face at the moment. But yeah, is Kyle in there? We can see a helmet, we can't see any face, so is it really Kyle? Has he got an esports driver driving for him? We've heard of that happen before. He's looking well. I do think that this might be, I don't know whether BT had a second. He might have had a third at one of the oval races. Not sure about his other results. I don't think I've got access to that at the moment. It could be one of the strongest finishes if Kyle can hold the position for the Savage Racing team. So as we say in this country, I'd have to buy him a pint, but I can't because we're in different countries. So I can see Ballistic. The time between him and Kenny now is not too far away. So see where you see Kenny. You can't see Ballistic yet in the shot, so he's just got that little bit of time still. I think Ballistic's catching up with Rock, his teammate here, which I'm sure Rock won't hold up Ballistic at all. He's been respectful of the other two drivers, and I think if he looks and sees Kenny behind him, he'll know what's going to be happening, so I'm sure he'll give him the room. See Kenny there just in the back straight now, so I think within a couple of laps he should be getting onto the back end of Ballistic. See Roy pulling over on the main straight there and allowing his teammate. Good working, but I mean I think that's generally what you expect now from all those guys. We've kind of raced and we're all respectful of each other in different situations most of the time. Just talking about myself really in a way. Sometimes I get a bit aggressive, but in trying to fight for position. These boys, Rock there, just holding on to the back of Ballistic. Has Kenny made any, was he about 6 seconds away? So yeah, you can see he's gained a little bit on that one lap. Ballistic just running it wide. Let's go on board with Kenny. Just jump on board with Kenny. just allow the viewers just to see a bit of onboard action as he's catching up onto the back of rock, I'd say that is. Yeah. He's got to contend with that before he can get up, catch up with Ballistic. So. Nice smooth action there. Not working the steering wheel too much. All under control. As I say, you can see that on going over that brown makes that steering go a little bit lighter. Yeah, Rock pulling over out of the way there, showing a clear indication so Kenny knows to come through. He's not there to make any challenges to him. Jump on board with Ballistic. Be able to see Kenny in that rear view mirror. Is he feeling any pressure? Just clips the inside of that curb, just runs him out a little bit wide. Sure, he'll be trying to egg his car on as fast as he can, trying to keep it smooth. Feel the pressure of Kenny in the rearview mirror. He's having a good race though. Dude's Ballistic. That was lucky. Nearly quit the session, so wrong button. So we shall jump on board with K9 now. He's having a good run. First time out in this car this season, and he's doing well. He's been driving it like he's been doing it all season. He must have been practicing, or he's just been watching those guys that long. He knows how to drive on now. So fair play to him. Jump on board now with the race leader, Dusty. Using them track out from curb to curb, following the apexes, breaking it down early, making sure he's got turned in. Back to Kenny, he's on. Oh, Ballistic just makes that little bit of a mistake there. Just felt the pressure, came over that brew. That brown made the probably made the car run into that Armco barrier, and then that's unfortunate for him. He suffered quite a big impact there. We saw it from Kenny's point of view. Dusty coming round, so hopefully Ballistic has yeah. Moved down the way for him. I think he's suffering with a lot of damage. Whether he's got to go back to the pits, seems to be not up to full speed yet. Shouldn't be. It just runs over that grass. I wouldn't be surprised if he heads back to the pits for a quick repair. I think he's got enough time. I don't know. Yeah, he quite possibly could. Oh, I think he's pulling over. You can always limp it back to the pits. Reversing it up. Really no. he was just having a moment there to reflect. But who's that in the background there? That Roy? Rock? No? Could be K9. Oh, what's... This is going to be tight. 26 laps, 27 laps now we're on. So, I don't think Kenny's got enough time to catch K9. Oh, we could use that on its roof there. Not Kenny. It's not ballistic. I swear I saw a car on its roof. Bear with me. Everyone seems to be on the track. Ballistic. I think it could have been ballistic. Is ballistic into the pits? It's not showing us. Oh, yeah. Ballistic. Unfortunately, there I think he's had to retire into the pits. Suffered a little bit too much damage. Over that, I don't think that's going to allow him back out either. Back onto K9. As I was saying just before that, I don't think Kenny's got enough time to catch K9, so as long as he can keep it nice and smooth. I'm going to take the camera off him because otherwise we could give him the commentator's curse of death. Dusty, meanwhile, out in front. He's got 33-second lead in front of K9. So I do think if he's got enough fuel, he's got this one in the bag. To lap 29. Dusty's just got this one more lap to no, two more laps. Yep. To contend with. I think if there was any sign of fuel shortage, he'd be short shifting and coasting it round, but he seems to be still at full chat there. Slowed it down a little bit. Last lap was 1:16.2. K9 second place, Kenny in third, and Rock in fourth place. So maybe all scoring some good points. Dusty there going on to his last lap now. Led it from start to finish. Qualified strong. In that, took the pole. With a clean sweep for him at Watkins Glen, and I do believe he's going to clinch the title for the Scorch series. Oh, he just makes a mistake on this last one, so commentator's curse, but he's back out on track. Not too much of a mistake there, but really just heart in the moment. Just a slight relax, probably thinking about spraying some champagne there. Had plenty of time though. As he comes round the final bend to take the win here at Watkins Glen and seal the championship. Congratulations to Dusty. He's run it up the wall. He's can now relax. Congratulations to him. K9, he's bringing it around. Well deserved second place. Drove it well. First time out in the car. You can see Kenny there in the background. K9 bringing it around. Last corner. Doesn't look like there's a scratch on the car. Team will be happy. It's the first time he's brought a car back without a scratch on it. Congratulations to him. Kenny brings it round. Finishing that third place. Fortunate run for him. He's not the end that we all wanted to see, but sometimes that's how racing goes. So, I think Rock finished in fourth, and yeah, unfortunately for the ballistic there, he just picked up too much damage and had to retire it to the pits. So yeah, interesting one, and I'm sure Dusty will be delighted with that. So right, I'm going to wrap this stream up. This is the end of the Scorch series, but I do believe we have more Thursday night racing in the pipeline. Hope you can come and join us if you've enjoyed this. If not, you're quite welcome to come and join us in the actual race. If you think you can come and challenge anyone, we're more than welcome to have anyone join. So I shall leave you for now. Good night.